Jasher, better known as Jasher, chapter 1, verse 13 through 36. And she named the name of her firstborn Cain, saying, I have obtained a man from YAHUAH. And the name of the other she called Abel. For she said, in vanity we came into the earth, and in vanity we shall be taken from it. And the boys grew up, and their father gave them a possession of the land. And Cain was a tiller of the ground, and Abel a keeper of sheep. And it was an expiration of a few years that they brought a approximating offering to YAHUAH. And Cain brought from his fruit of the ground, and Abel brought from the firstlings of his flock, from the fat thereof. And Elohim turned and inclined to Abel and his offering, and a fire came down from YAHUAH from heaven and consumed it. And unto Cain and his offering YAHUAH did not turn, and he did not incline to it, for he had brought from the inferior fruit of the ground before YAHUAH. And Cain was jealous against his brother Abel on account of this, and he sought to pretext to slay him. And in some time after, Cain and Abel, his brother, went one day into the field to do their work. And they were both in the field, and Cain tilling and plowing the ground, and Abel feeding his flock. And the flock passed that part which Cain had plowed in the ground, and it sorely grieved Cain on this account. And Cain approached his brother Abel in anger, and he said unto him, What is there between me and you, that you come to dwell and bring your flock to feed in my land? And Abel answered his brother Cain and said unto him, What is there between me and you, that you shall eat the flesh of my flock and clothe yourself with their wool? And now therefore put off the wool of my sheep, with which you have clothed yourself, and recompense me for their fruit and flesh which you have eaten. And when you shall have done this, I will then go from your land as you said. And Cain said to his brother Abel, Surely, if I slay you this day, who will require your blood of me? And Abel answered Cain, saying, Surely Elohim, who has made us in the earth, he will avenge my cause, and he will require my blood from you, should you slay me, for YAHUAH is the judge and arbiter. And it is he who will requite man according to his evil, and the wicked man according to the wickedness that he may do upon earth. And now, if you should slay me here, surely Elohim knows your secret views, and will judge you for the evil things you did declare to do unto me this day. And when Cain heard the words of which Abel his brother had spoken, behold, the anger of Cain was kindled against his brother Abel for declaring this thing. And Cain hastened and rose up and took the iron part of his plowing instrument, with which he suddenly smote his brother, and he slew him. And Cain spilt the blood of his brother Abel upon the earth, and the blood of Haval streamed upon the earth before the flock. And after this, Cain repented, having slain his brother, and he was sadly grieved, and he wept over him, and it vexed him exceedingly. And Cain rose up and dug a hole in the field, wherein he put his brother's body, and he turned the dust over it. And Yahuwah knew what Cain had done to his brother. And Yahuwah appeared to Cain and said unto him, Where is Haval, your brother, that was with you? And Cain dissembled and said, I do not know. Am I to guard my brother? And Yahuwah said unto him, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood cries unto me from the ground where you have slain him. For you have slain your brother, and have dissembled before me, and did imagine in your heart that I saw you not, nor knew all your actions. But you did this thing, and did slay your brother for naught, and because he spoke rightly to you. And now, therefore, cursed be you from the ground which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand, and wherein you did bury him. And it should be, when you shall till it, it shall no longer give you its strength, as in the beginning, for thorns and thistles shall the ground produce, and you shall be moving and wandering in the earth until the day of your death. And at that time Cain went out from the presence of Yahuwah, from the place where he was, and he went moving and wandering in the land towards the east of Eden, he and all belonging to him. And Cain knew his woman in those days, and she conceived and bore a son, and he called his name Hanak, saying, In that time Yahuwah began to give him rest and quiet in the earth. And at that time Cain also began to build a city, and he built the city, and he called the name of the city Hanak, according to the name of his son. For in those days Yahuwah had given him rest upon the earth, and he did not move about and wander as in the beginning. And Arad was born of Hanak, and Arad begot Yaal, and Yaal begot Shaal, and Shaal begot Lamech. Amen.